All right. As you find yourselves hanging out in the leaky and dismal temple of Agimvald, this kind of forgotten place of a bygone age in a time of war, the sole resident, Abbot Cohen, a fallen Asimir who revels in his worship of the god of the dead, Kelemvor, prepares the body of the paladin of the Silver Keep, Sir Chessright. And as you converse about everything that has transpired here involving this paladin, he does explain the following: the paladins of the Silver Keep have been responding to incidents throughout the kingdom in recent years. It began with a clan of bad blood, shapeshifters that had kind of come down from the highlands in the northern forests and infiltrated some of the woods closer to some of the more prosperous holds. There have been attacks in the woods as far south as Fathomport on the eastern coast, near the long coast, kind of up and down the wood lines of the Goldwind Valley, which is sort of where it is that you all had been, traversing near Allengil. He was out on a ride and had been going deeper into the forest because there were rumors sent to him to investigate the current status of a forgotten artifact from long ago, this piece of architecture, perhaps known to you as the Obsidian Tower, that exists. This dull and kind of menacing looking building that juts out deep within the woods was rumored to have been collapsed the last time that a group had sought it out to basically banish it backwards to where it had come from. A group of adventurers, like yourselves, several hundred years ago, had done such an act. The woods, though, stayed poisoned. Upon his return, he said that he had gained sight of the tower, which still stands with a black swirling storm kind of above its center that casts off these dark clouds and this poison into the sky in all directions, shrouding the woods in darkness. He was come across by a wandering horde of shambling humanoids, decrepit and decayed, and had been bitten in his combat against them. As he languished on his ride back, it was too late before the abbot was unable to save him, as he locked himself inside of this room and then perished. The abbot retrieves his possessions, a beautiful kind of black and silver gilded longsword that he lays atop the body. His armor now, this scale mail, glistening. Another small crate of personal possessions that Sir Chessright had in his belonging. He says, these I don't believe would be appropriate to bury with him. Perhaps you will put them to good use. It is only fitting that he be buried in his full regalia. But these tokens, the temple needs not. I would ask, though, you've come here to have your friend cured. Although the watcher among you would suggest otherwise, you seek what's in the woods. That much is clear to me. Are you prepared to travel? Or perhaps do you need more assistance?
Well, I mean...
What do you mean by that?
Help is help. We don't really know what we're going into. I'm just... They took my brother.
Emotionally, we're prepared to do whatever we must.
You guys aren't over here.
We moved over there in the interim.
Okay,
I didn't know.
Fine. You're over here.
Thank you.
I would appreciate as much information as you can give us on whatever we're walking into.
The darkness has come back. That much is sure. Chessright gave his life to determine that information. We do not entirely know who is behind it. However, fell things have begun to stir throughout the woods, and even deeper beneath our feet. There is a crypt that is on the property, and interred in this place is the hero who formerly fought along his colleagues at this tower in the woods. A paladin known as Roland Shadowbane.
So I'm gonna keep my face at this.
I think that's just your face, actually.
I think it's just your butt. I hate you. Shut up.
Why are you talking about my butt?
Shut up. I hate you. I hate you when you're mean to me. I roasted you. Oh, get fucked.
I can just hear Anakin now.
This-
I hate you!
This is the trauma. This is the thing you need. Level up! Oh! The blinding light overcomes. We're gonna have the death
Too
session.
late.
Level 19.
Hi, my name's
Level
Talok,
20
and
looks
I'm
best.
level 4, and I never learned how to fucking read.
Talok definitely can read.
Yeah, no, he reads like so many books.
Yeah, that's like
His spell
Talek's
book-
probably
his spell
one of the
book-
only ones that can like
Nadine
proficiently
probably
read.
can't read.
What
I
if
want to
we
keep a thing where none of my D&D characters can read.
Why?
Because Droon couldn't read. And I think it'd just be funny if none of my characters can read.
I just love the idea of looking over Talek's shoulder one day and it's just like shitty stick drawings of people doing the big boom spells.
It's like
yes.
it's like cave portraits.
Books, spell books.
Hi, yes, Manassas, this is my Karma Sutra.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Awesome.
Let me pull up Twitch.
This is our content, baby.
Oh my.
How's head, baby?
Oh, fucking-
Oh, I need to open up my sheet. I probably should do that.
Your sheet's not even open, bro? You don't even open your sheet, bro?
Shut up.
So nice to each other.
We all just thought Talok was the brains because he takes himself seriously, but no, he's just.
It's actually
vibing with
Kelpie.
it. That's cute as shit. I love that.
Kelpie pulls out an
Kelpie
alchemy
is the
set.
heart of the party. No, that's a lie. Moss is.
What do you mean that's a lie?
Moss is the heart of the party.
Moss
I
is
would kill
dying of a
and die
disease
for
that
Moss.
sucks his charisma away. You quite literally
If
cannot
Moss
be the heart.
goes, I
That's a
go.
lie. You know what? That is a very narrow viewpoint, Alan.
Whoever
Moss
has the
has
highest.
it.
Passes
have a
away,
heart.
so do I.
He's the heart. You're the face, Alan. That's alright.
Yeah.
Until
I am the right arm of the law.
the left arm of the law. It makes sense. Hell yeah.
Why the left?
Because he was the
He's
right.
my boy.
Oh.
my brother.
Together we make one half of Voltron.
And Kelpie forms the head.
Have you heard that?
You make a
There's like a
terrifying
song.
amalgamation that has a horrifying relation to Talok's sister.
We'll do it.
What?
Oh no.
Alright, anyways, good morning.
That's Steven Universe merch.
Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Arcana Check. I am me, they are all still them, and we are here to play some fun Dungeons and Dragons.
You know, it's only good morning out here on the West Coast with us.
True. Good day.
No,
good
I'm
whatever
just
time it
thirsty.
is for you people. I am me, they are them. We are here to do D&D.
We're
Yeah.
That's
all
deep.
of us.
We are.
Wow.
We
I'm
are
13, that's deep.
Mhm.
and I'm gonna turn it over to our lovely DM. See, nice and
Hey.
quick. Nice and quick. That's the
Man,
trick.
I feel like that was just never mind. I'm
What?
not gonna make.
Gee whiz.
Nah, this just. As, hey everybody, it's Saturday. As we were talking earlier, welcome to Arcana Check Live, a game where these folks play D&D and I run them through a game, and hopefully they make wise decisions. Sometimes we have whole episodes that are dedicated to resolving character drama. But today, we find ourselves outside of the south run of Willow Creek as we explore the world of Bastion, the Great Isle. The party recently left Bleakwood. They are on a kind of a struggling journey here to keep up with some dark forces that have taken away the brother of Jim Tuffet, brother of Kelpie Tuffet, the famous Triton musician, known for his hit song. What hit song?
Oh, you're talking about Martini Town?
Oh, Martini Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wasting away in Martini Town.
Yeah.
as
Hate us.
he recently finished a concert in Fathomport, and then returned back and ran into his brother, where they had met the party, and now they are joined with the Paladin of the Divine Watch, an organization that maybe not many know about here that protects the realm from extraplanar threats. These dark forces that are seeping in from the Shadowfell, this Shadow Fae court, seems to have engaged in what could best be described as trafficking of persons, humans, humanoids alike, for some nefarious purpose. A plot against the crown? Perhaps. The group is heading towards Agimvald, near the borders of the Anguished Vale, a place where the Obsidian Tower rises high into the darkened sky of this corrupted forest, where it has risen time and time again over the course of the last several centuries. Along this route, their wagon was waylaid by a stranger, a decrepit-looking humanoid man with a gaunt and lean appearance, wearing thick iron boots, who was in the midst of arranging a group of corpses that had all been recently slain from a caravan of travelers heading along the valley road. As the group got close, the infection from these fiendish bat-like creatures was made apparent as their heads ripped off of their bodies and began flying around in the night sky. After the battle was complete, the villains were defeated. However, the automaton, the one known as Moss, seems to have been infected. And as the dim light of Agimvald and the forest around you kind of reveals, you see these dark striations of almost black ichor coursing through what could be like wooden veins in the neck of Moss. Those of you who have studied creatures like this, particularly Talok, understands that this is how these things reproduce. It is a matter of time. The infection can be staved off by keeping the victim in daylight. But the longer that the infected person stays within darkness, the deeper it becomes. So it's uncertain how long it would take for the full transformation to be complete. But it's possible that Moss could lose his head and become, at least partially, his body, another one of these creatures. Agimvald lies to the south, along an overgrown and corrupted road. I would say it's probably, 10 a.m., something like that. So you have most of the day ahead of you in order to make the journey. Also, you have a new horse companion, as you had purchased Prince Scatty, the shadow-touched horse, from Exetrin, out of Bleakwood. So you guys have an additional ride, and you would know that its supernatural ability allows itself and its rider to easily hide when in dim light or darkness.
Awesome.
I will open up the game here, as you guys can decide what to do after the infection has become apparent.
Oh, Moth, do you feel alright?
Don't really know. It just latched onto my face.
It's kind of gross.
We have to get Moss somewhere where we can get this fixed.
I feel kind of gross.
Who would know how to undo this, or like whatever?
If this is a disease, I might be able to help you, but I believe much more serious than that. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Dan, there's like there's something significant to the Watchers that we were heading towards, no? Like on the path towards? It's like a oracle of some kind.
The White Wizard, I think the name was?
Could be it.
Yes, there is the abbot of Agimvald is a loose ally of the Watchers, and is known as the White Necromancer, an arcane caster that worships Kelemvor, the god of death, essentially. But it is not an evil god. It is a god that reveres balance, abhors the undead, and seeks that all mortal creatures meet a fair and just end.
Would I know how far away he is from our current location?
Having traveled the roads before, I sitting to measure the distance is, I mean, it's going to be 30 plus miles. I mean, close to 35 miles.
30 plus miles.
Along these particular roads, you're probably going to be traveling at about a pace of 3 miles an hour. So it's either one long, hard day's ride, or you could split it up amongst 2 days.
What if Moss and I just rode ahead? I mean, we got Scotty here. He's pretty fast.
He does increase his movement speed whenever he is in dim light.
Not particularly sure Scotty would be able to carry me.
Scotty's a big horse.
I think the problem lies in that and the idea of splitting up. We don't know what else is in the Anguished Vale, and we seem to be going right into the thick of it.
It could be a day's travel, and with all of us at the ready, ensure that we won't be ambushed. The travel will be safe, just long. How long does Moss have? Is there a set depth?
Can I sort of look at like the spread of this curse or whatever it is and see how long I can estimate he has?
Yeah, it's possible. You can make me a probably a medicine check or healing check. I'm sorry.
It's medicine.
Pathfinder on the brain.
Yeah, it's medicine. You're right.
Mm.
Well, that's a 4.
That was good.
I know.
I mean, you had done your additional research, or I think you had made a roll for it, something. But basically, here's what I would ask, Moss. What is your charisma score? 12. Okay. Should he remain in pure darkness, he has about 10 hours.
Oh yeah, well, see, I'm telling you, we just ride fast and we'll be fine.
Talok sort of sees like a cloud go over the sky, and it sort of passes over Moss, and he sees it creep ever so slightly more. Kind of gets wise about that and pulls him back into the sunlight. We need to ride quickly, then keep out of the darkness.
We need to find sources of light. All I have on me are torches, and that little light source you have there.
Well, I mean, it's daytime. We're fine.
If we have fire, I can make it bigger.
Well, I have torches. We can do that. Keep them out of the dark.
Not going to attract anything else from the forest to us.
It
don't
might
think we have a choice.
scare things away. Who knows?
I agree. I don't believe it's a risk we're unwilling to take. We're all prepared adventurers. I mean, I'm running a little low. I could use a short rest. We can do that on the road.
Very low on magic here.
I'm fine.
Vibing.
All right. Well, how about I ride ahead because I'm faster on a horse. And I'll kind of clear the path more or less, and you guys just stay as close as you can.
Sounds good to me.
And I hop back up on Scotty and kind of start going.
All right.
You see
go buck off.
something?
Go ahead.
If you see something, don't engage right away.
Oh, okay.
It'll take us a little while to get to you, but I trust your judgment. And I'll start like lighting torches and making a little bit of a space inside the carriage for Moss to sit well lit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go full nurse mode. All right, I'm attaching things to him, wrapping stuff around his arm, taking blood pressure. He doesn't have blood. Never mind.
Taking steam pressure.
Put this in your mouth.
Open your mouth. Oh, sorry.
No.
Can I just look in your eyes for?
Flower's looking a little bit wilted, Moss.
You know what? Valid
Alright.
reason for that medicine check to be so low. I think.
Yeah.
You're like, I've never dealt with one of these before.
I'll just be sort of keeping an eye on him, making sure it's not spreading too quickly, keeping light around him at all times with my lovely control flames cantrip.
We don't have Esh. What happened to Esha? Your camera's off.
She said she'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was like, how did I not notice that? Yeah, I'm gonna ride like as fast as I possibly can on Scotty.
Real quick, Mr. Dam, you use Tasha's rules? Yeah?
Yeah.
Or no? Just to clarify, I'd like to use Harness Divine Power to get one of my spell slots back.
Certainly.
Gracias. Thanks.
Yeah, I like those optional rules. Really opened up a lot of, I think, diversity to like the options that characters have, which was, I think, well needed.
Yes.
I really like the spellcasting optional rules throughout that book. So as you all take off, you see Kelpie kind of disappear into the shade. Eventually, you all make it to kind of the turnoff. You've traveled the Valley Road before. You're quite comfortable, at least familiar, Kelpie. And so you know like the correct place to kind of turn south. You immediately notice that the branches and the root structures of this path become more gnarled and wicked looking. And as you take the first quarter mile, half mile down south, you realize that the sky itself is growing overcast and dim as the strange kind of lurking shadow that creeps over this forest begins to kind of hide portions of the daylight. So for at least 9 hours of this hard journey, you all are going to be unable to find pure sunlight all the time. There will be portions of it where, like, large swathes of light will kind of break through the clouds. But by and large, you are risking kind of traveling through darkness in order to get there, which is going to be kind of harmful to Moss's body. I'm going to have a couple things. If you are on a carriage and you are not actively the driver, you can take the option to take a short rest. If you are the driver, you won't be able to take a short rest. If you have the ability to create a daylight effect for more than an hour, then you can reduce the number of potential damage that is going to occur to his charisma score. I'm going to have... let's have Kelpie make me two things. A Constitution check.
Okay.
Or a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
This is for your extended ride, basically, pushing yourselves beyond the limits of where you would normally be able to run. Prince Scatty is going to need to make one as well.
It's an 8. Oh, I gotta pull that up.
I would ask Manassas if he could take the reins in the carriage so that I can take care of Moss. So if that's cool with him.
Surely, and make sure he keeps that vial very close to his chest.
Will do.
Alright.
Short rest.
All right, so both of you
Oh
are
my
going to take...
God.
by the time you get to Agimvald, you will both be suffering from one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
I'm going to need the... I'll roll for the 2 horses here on the carriage.
What did we decide their names were? They definitely had
Yeah.
names. It was like
We definitely had names.
it was like a person. It's like their names together was like a person. It was like Steven Tyler or something.
Something like that.
Oh, no, it was Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Willis.
Yeah, Bruce and Willis. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
Bruce and Willis.
That's right. I remember.
So glad
All
you
right,
remember
so
that.
Bruce is going to take 1 level of exhaustion. Willis will be fine. Manassas, I'm going to need to make me a con save as well for your ride.
Con save? Alright, pretty good. Or not. Let me see. 5.
5. Okay, you will take 1 level of exhaustion by the time you get there, so you are going to have disadvantage on
Lord.
your D20 rolls. I think
D20.
specifically
It's only
it's
ability checks only for the first
yeah,
level.
just to be ability checks at first level.
Oh,
Alright.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Not the worst for him though. It's worse for you as a bard, but
And over the course of, it's going to be 9 hours here, I am going to have Moss. Can you roll me 2d4?
keep in mind for as long as that vial that Manassas gave Talok, he will be using that sunlight as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Was an hour?
That was an hour, I believe.
What did I miss?
Oh,
Moss
two
died.
ones.
Oh my God, Moss actually died.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's dying.
Okay. All right, you
What?
were able. You were able to. You all were able to find enough sunlight to travel for 2 additional hours in the sunlight. So
Okay.
with a 3, by the time you get to Agimvald, you'll see that Moss strangely enough, his form begins to appear almost more fiendish looking. The ruts in the grain of his wooden structures becomes kind of more deep and kind of dry rotted, almost becoming sharp and like blade-like in appearance. The stones kind of become dull and kind of covered in almost like a sheen, like a rock would be, like a obsidian or onyx or something. As his whole form is beginning to kind of look monstrous in a sense. You are going to take 8 points of charisma damage. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 7 points of charisma damage. By the time you arrive, so I think that's going to drop your score down to
5.
What, 5?
Oh my
5.
god. They sucked the life right out of him.
Jeez.
As you ride along first, you're the first one to see Kelpie. You come across the outskirts of near the top of a hillside that rises up a small creek, and then to the right, suddenly stone laid rows of kind of like short field fencing made out of rocks, and then you begin to see the headstones. First, sparse here and there, but then you see larger monuments, and until you get to the top of the hill, it opens up, and there is just a rolling cemetery over the course of the field before you that seems to just like endlessly extend out into the grim fog and kind of misty daylight that descends southward and even out to the west. Eventually the trail kind of gives way to like a smaller cluster of a cemetery where through the dim light of the cloudy skies, you're able to see several mausoleums that have been constructed up near the top. Beset back at the edge of the property furthest to your south is this large temple. But as you're riding by this sort of high, perhaps like most ornate portion of the cemetery, you see that there is one mausoleum that stands kind of at a high pitch, maybe 15 feet tall, with a large door, and there is a kind of a large sconce that hangs over the doorway that is the only thing that you've seen illuminated this entire time. A kind of a large ball of fire burns within it, giving this warm light to the stone door at this one particular location. You guys would eventually see this yourselves as you kind of rise up and pass the cemetery here.
I'm just gonna kind of like under my breath, just like grab my little medallion and like push it on that symbol on my chest. And be like, I'm kind of new to this, but if you're looking out for us, look a little harder, and just kind of scoot on forward.
All right. Within a short time, you come past that portion of the cemetery, the carriage riding up behind, and all of you come to the outskirts of a massive temple set upon a hillside. As you arrive in Agimvald, a kind of misty storm cloud can be heard. The hillside rolls off to the east, and then down below, kind of beyond the grassy hillside, you see an enormous lake kind of cradled in the arms of a small cluster of mountains. You can't help but notice, you see doves, strangely enough, kind of up on all of the stonework at this particular temple, and they kind of coo and make like a tremble with their voice in the early afternoon. The stone doors to the temple are sealed shut, and you can tell as you pull up, at some point, a massive lightning strike damaged the top of this building.
Oh, we need to get him in there as quick as possible.
Can Nadine just do like a perception check to just kind of scope out the area?
Yeah, certainly.
Cool. That's gonna be a 19.
Mm-hmm. Can you make me a let's make me a general intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
I believe you.
Oh,
18.
that's pretty good.
Oh shit, do that. There you go.
Kind of hopping out and peering around. You guys are needing to get Moss like off of this cart. He's become physically ill and is perhaps having trouble standing. You peer around and through kind of the mud and the coming rain, the edges of the property, you see kind of carts and tools have been pulled aside, and there are several fresh graves that have been dug. This strikes you as odd, as you've had many conversations with Priestess Justera and several others, and they have explained that this cemetery is defunct. Like, they're not using this cemetery anymore. So to see an openly freshly dug grave is odd to you.
I think Nadine kind of relays that information to the group, and then I think just suggests that we go inside.
Well, that's unsettling, and then I walk up to the door and just, like, push it open. Or try to push it open, I guess.
You kind of struggle with it for a minute, and then you see a small sign written in common that says "pull."
Yeah, y'all do that.
As the door swings open, it kind
was
of
awful.
groans heavily.
That was awful.
Sorry,
Just,
I
like,
hate to
kicking
do that all the time.
I'm just kicking up
That
dust.
was beautiful. That was
So is this
beautiful.
the
Arms
therapy
crossed.
D&D part for you?
That was beautiful.
Perfect. That's important.
All right, you see kind of towering sconces that kind of like sit upright on these kind of metal stands, kind of spread throughout the interior of this long corridor. Rocks have collapsed from the ceiling, kind of rain leaks in here and there, pillars collapsed. Agimvald is in disrepair. Kneeled before a book at an altar at the front, surrounded by several large statues. You see a man in almost discolored white robes, with a hood pulled over his head, praying, with several candles sort of lit, as this place is utterly empty other than him.
Well, that guy looks helpful. I'm gonna go talk to him, and I just start, like, running towards him. Like, hey, mister! Hey, buddy!
Nadine thinks about trying to stop you, and then it's just kind of like, it's whatever. It's Kelpie. He'll talk his way out of this.
Yep.
Excuse
you
me.
see, he kind of maintains his position in a posture of prayer, as he just sort of raises one hand, and you kind of see warm pink flesh in several large rings on his hands, kind of glimmer in the light, as he then reaches down and grabs a staff from the floor and uses it to bring himself up to his feet. This particular piece of equipment is odd. A perhaps 5-foot long stave made from polished bone and gemstones. Mystical runes, arcane symbols kind of engraved into its haft. The top of the staff itself resembles what looks to be a human femur. And he turns to you and kind of pulls back his hood as you see a balding man, aged perhaps in his late 60s or 70s. And sort of giving you a knowing look, he steps forward, hobbling just a little bit.
Let's put
What
our things on the
is
board.
it?
My,
Hallock whispers metal underneath his breath.
well, first of all, hey, how's it going? My name is Kelpie Tuffet. Semi-famous musician, kinda new to religion. And my buddy has some sort of curse. And that's about it.
He kind of looks past you as your cadre enters, Moss being kind of helped along. You're still able to stand, Moss. You don't really have any physical ailments, short of like you're just feeling like your head is being kind of transformed from the neck up. Says he does look ill. You there. You bear the markings of the Order. Of the Watchers.
Oh, yeah, that's Manhattan. He's a good guy.
That, me, Manassas.
Yeah, that's what I
yes.
said.
Close.
Yes.
We.
Come traveling this far and to bring me this poor soul, it would appear that you have suffered under the hand of one of the fell creatures of the woods, of Agol.
Oh, is that what those are called?
Some call the fiends that.
Oh,
The
okay.
creature did it engage in what appeared to be a kiss.
How much longer does he have?
Appears to spread deep into his neck. It is no doubt transforming the very tissues inside of him,
Is there anything you
organic
can
or
do?
inorganic. I believe so, but many people die every day, as we are destined to do. What should I save him for?
I mean, who knows? It was destiny that some creepy head monster attacked him. I don't think that was destiny. I don't know. Plus, he's
Maybe
not
it's
really a
destiny for you to
person, so
save
like,
him.
does he fall under your kind of
What?
your thing?
I-
Like, he's
Toby.
well, no, listen, hear me out. He's machine, right? So, I don't think destiny applies to him. So I think an act of
think he has,
kindness
like, a
doesn't mess with your fate balance, personally.
Looking at this logically,
I just did look at it logically.
if we came to you for help, and the woods were not there to stop us, don't you think that's possibly your god's way of saying that it is not his time?
He did
He-
survive the journey, long and hard. He's also
Grips
brave.
the top of the femur and uses it kind of as a cane and steps forward and puts a hand out and sort of pats Kelpie on the shoulder and says, "Bless you, child."
Oh, thank
Kind
you.
of steps past and kind of moves forward. He reaches Moss and kind of gives him an inspection. "And you wish to save this one as well," as he reaches out a hand and kind of grabs your chin, Talok.
Ooh.
You have a very long reach.
Wait.
Is he just like sitting there like, yes, yes?
Nods back seriously.
Does it feel creepy? That's the question.
Probably.
It feels creepy to me.
It's an old man with a bone cane. Yeah, it's weird. Get over it. I'm trying to
I'm
save
just-
Moss.
Can I look at
Looking
this?
down at
Can I
him.
look at this book while he's
Yeah.
doing that?
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Oh, great.
Not that one.
I have common, primordial, and then I can use my last spell slot to cast comprehend languages.
No.
Don't.
It's that's up to you.
Help.
Talok,
Can I roll an
as he
insight?
kind of in,
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Do your
Tal-
thing first.
Yeah. So Talak, he's kind of inspecting you, and it's just like, and you wish to save him too. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. He is my friend. He plants trees, which is very nice.
He does do that.
He does do that.
He also
He's not-
Is it?
he's trying to find his dad, and he hasn't got to find his dad yet. So like, I feel like fate wants him to find his dad.
Yeah, that is also true.
What are you willing to do to save your friends, to save your family?
Anything.
You know, when you say it like that,
Nadine's fully crying, by the way. She's like terrified. She's like shaking. She has like a hand on Moss at like all times. I think Nadine kind of treats it. Nadine is like scared if she takes her hand away from Moss that Moss is going to disappear. She's just like, she is like silent tears are streaming down her cheeks. She is terrified right now.
And as Talak is asked, what would he do for his family? He's getting like a very direct stare from Manassas, like, I'm expecting good of you, Chief. Make the right decision.
He peers down at Nadine and kind of lowers and bends a little bit. You can kind of hear like a crack in his knees and his back a little bit. As he kind of just lifts you up. He's just old and rickety. And he says, "Don't cry, girl. You have a good heart, too." And he kind of grabs, the back of your shoulder and just says, "And bless you, child." As he says, "Come, girl. I would ask you and your companion to follow me, and perhaps I shall be able to render aid to your ailing companion.
Okay.
There is something that I am unwilling to do. that I need your assistance with.
I will look directly at Manassas, raise an eyebrow, and just have a hand on my sword hilt as I follow.
Wait, without question, she will bring Moss wherever.
I'm like trying to get Talek's attention. And then I just mouth the words. I just mouth whatever I say to cast comprehend languages and just wink at him.
You realize I can do that without using a spell slot, right?
Shit, I just and I cast comprehend languages and read the book.
Also, as Talok like looks at Manassas with like a raised eyebrow, Manassas shakes his head like, no, let's not start violence here. But he does like give the guy kind of a narrow-eyed look, like still suspicious.
I know. I just have my hand on my sword. This guy's creepy as hell. I don't trust him.
He gives you kind of a wry look, and invites you, Nadine, to join him.
Okay, I do it.
I'm following close behind.
He didn't invite me, so I'm just gonna stay here.
You say that you will do whatever it takes, and oftentimes we say these things to ourselves. However, even the best of us can sometimes be met with a failure to act. I'm afraid that is what has happened to me. I was able to fail to act. Mr. Manassas of the Watchers, I am afraid that a companion of yours was visiting here, delving deep into the woods and came back with a wasting disease, and I was unable to save him. He was a friend of mine.
Did you get a name?
They were friends.
Know him quite well. And I am afraid that you may know this person as well, which I would ask then you were to stay back. We do not need to spray this. You, girl, you say that you are willing to do what is necessary.
Yes.
I would ask that you go in there and end this poor soul's suffering. He has succumbed to undeath.
Nadine, without a question, walks towards the room.
I follow.
Without a word.
I'm gonna follow.
Nadine's gonna turn around and pause for a minute and say, "Wait," and she's gonna kind of put a hand on Talok's chest. Is this thing contagious?
It is. Quite.
So, do you think I can handle it one-on-one? Because we need the least amount of people exposed. Right?
I am not a master of strategy. All I know is that he is strong, and he died wearing his armor.
In that scenario, I'll go in then.
I'd like to join as well. If he is part of the order, then I must know.
Very good. He kind of he unlocks and kind of opens the door before you. As he kind of touches your shoulder, Talok, and he says, "Bless you, child." And as you step in, Manassas following, and bless you. Moss, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna just kind of stand by the door, and if anything is to get out, essentially just stand there and not let it escape.
As the three of them enter the room, he turns to you, Moss, and he says, "They seem to wish you the best. I do not think they are ready to do what is necessary, but we shall see. How much trust and faith do you have in them?"
They've brought me this far.
They're willing to bring you here to save you. Do you think they're willing to die?
I hope for my sake they do not die.
It is a different question altogether. But yes. As you all enter the room, a rattling and a moaning can be heard from a nearby door as a kind of a foul-smelling humanoid creature in armor lurches out and kind of slinks out of this room. The three of you can go ahead and put your tokens. Yeah, the three of you can put your tokens in that space.
I'll be right in front. And you know what? What time is it in the day? Well, how late was it when we got here?
It was like 10 when we started our ride, so it has to be like around 10 p.m., right?
It's like 9 hours, so it's probably closer to like 7.
Okay.
Okay. I will use my. I don't. There are 3 of us. I'll save it.
All right. Kelpie, you are casting Comprehend Languages?
Oh yeah. I'm being nosy.
All right,
I'm like eating eating some dried fish in one
not even
hand,
here
like
to help.
flipping the book with the other.
Yeah, you you thumb through this, kind of ignoring what's going on, as you see on the desk a pair of gold inlaid, like balanced scales. Inside each one of them, a small pile of kind of bone fragments, perfectly balanced and even. As you read down in through the book, and in Celestial, it translates the passage kind of as part of this holy book. It says, "Death is but part of life. Fear it not, evade it not, and view it not as evil. But fear death delivers you into the hands of those who can bring death down upon you. Die with dignity, neither raging nor seeking the embrace undeath. Do honor to the dead, for striving in life brought Faerun to where it is now, and to forget them is to forget also where they are now and why they have passed." It goes on at great length as you're kind of thumbing through this, as you see your friends kind of shuffle into that space, and the abbot kind of steps forward as he places a hand on Moss's shoulder and says, "Trust." As the kind of zombie-like creature, clad in paladin's armor, lurches forward and begins to kind of like try and lash out at the group. Everybody can please roll me initiative.
Am I in this?
Yes, sir.
That
Kelpie,
is
you are
a
right now.
22
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say.
initiative.
25. Natural 20 for 25.
Goodness gracious. I'll be
That's an
right
18.
back. I think someone's knocking at my door.
19 from me.
There's just one. Damn. There's just kind of one more thing I wanted to do before I showed up when Talak was doing something. Too late for that? Or?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
As we walk into the chamber, Manasa would like to reach out his hands to the both of you, like to clasp them. And if you do, he'll just be like, anything for family, correct? I can expect that.
Talk will just nod.
In that case, both of you will watch as the eye on his chest will glow as he casts Bless on all of us.
Aw,
Give myself a bless
thanks.
I'll get a D4 to saves and attack
I'll
rolls.
give you 1, 2. There you go. You
Yay.
are blessed.
I'm blessed.
Are you blessed too, Manassas? You bless yourself?
I blessed myself. I believe it applies to 3 people, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, then yeah. That's the 3 of us.
Nice.
I'm
All
back.
right, as you step forward, Moss, the door opened before you. The abbot transforms before you, its Azamir form becoming apparent, as it takes on the appearance of a horrifying undead creature. Dark shadows drip across its face as the visage of Kelimvor itself manifests in front of you. Moss, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw. Your charisma is currently 5.
Do I see that?
Wait, hang on, what?
All right, it's using its necrotic shroud ability.
What is happening?
The abbot has transformed into the abbot is an Azamir, a fallen Azamir, and is basically turning on the grimness in order to kind of like achieve some means to an end. As at this point, Moss, you are terrified of the source of your fear and cannot move back towards the abbot. You are kind of stuck in this doorway. And at that point, Nadine, the zombie lurches forward and is coming straight up after your guys' group.
Oh, am I first? I thought Talak was first.
Yeah, I rolled a 25.
Oh, why are you not on the initiative?
I have no idea. I tried to add myself and it wouldn't let me. Yeah, I don't think Manassas.
I see Manassas on there as a 3,
Oh.
but is that not accurate?
No.
I don't see Manassas on the turn order at all.
I don't see him.
I don't either.
It's fine.
Who has godhood over me? Can't use roll 20.
Did I?
What did you roll, Jay?
18.
Did I see that transformation?
Yeah.
Could I like just start running towards that? Obviously,
yeah, here
like,
in a second. We'll let you
yeah.
get through this round real quick.
Yeah.
Kelpie's just like, oh, right. We're fighting shit.
You're sitting there reading the Kelemvor Bible, you know? But yeah, you would definitely be able to act right after this.
Okay.
All right. As this happens, Talok, you were first to react.
All right, you know, I'm gonna hit it. As it's running up, I will. Yeah, I'll use my last second level spell slot and cast Shadow Blade. Are we in dim light?
You are, yes.
All right, awesome. So I will Shadow Blade and make an attack with it as an action. Just sort of take the my tattoo, it flares up with fire, and as I sort of run my hand along the blade, it ignites in green flame, and in the same swinging motion, I'm just gonna try to chop off the head. It's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 is definitely going to hit.
13 points of psychic damage.
13 points of psychic damage.
It's my turn.
Got it. The creature begins to kind of flail about as its brain is attacked. And you were going to go with Nadine.
Don't forget your like first turn stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Okay, we going to take the bonus action. Oh wait. Yeah, so we're gonna shift as a bonus action. And then I'm going to do. I guess I have to do a dagger because I'm so close, right? Oh shit, that's scary. Okay, I'm gonna go for a dagger attack.
You will have to move. You are 10 feet away from it. That's
Oh,
right.
then I'll move up. I'll move here, like, and stab, and that is 24 to hit. And that's gonna be 7 points of damage for the first time, and then because I hit, I'm gonna do the dread ambusher thing and hit again with a dagger. And that is a nat 20.
Nice.
Gotta fuck this guy
Do I
up.
do the same thing with damage, or does that like make it? Oh, that crits it. Oh, and then that's 8 damage.
Is that the crit damage you rolled? You rolled the die twice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty good for a dagger.
I got 2 twos.
Yeah.
So that's 7 and then 8 damage. Nadine kind of very much seeing Moss's fear kind of like dashes forward and kind of takes those 2 stabs as she's shifting. It's very much like it all happens at the same time. She's very much in combat mode. Yeah, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
All right. The abbot is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, fuck this guy.
And is going to cast Cloud Kill.
What's
What
that?
the fuck
Oh,
does that
God.
do?
What's
Oh,
Cloud
God.
Kill? Guys.
I don't, but it sounds scary.
Oh,
what
it's
is
poison.
Cloud Kill?
Oh, it's a poison cloud. We're all gonna die.
It's not a fun spell.
Can we open the door? Oh shit.
The moss is in the way, and the abbot's in the way. But yes, at some point you can.
Moss can't
I need
leave.
as the spell. Moss can't move closer to the source of his fear.
No, I mean the other way. Moss can't leave?
Moss can head into the room.
Oh, the door, I mean. Okay.
Doors
Hey,
open.
as long as we can survive long enough, this thing will pass us by.
How
All
much
right.
damage is that?
It's a lot.
It fills up the entire room, and when a creature first enters the spell's area for the first time on its turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a Constitution saving throw or take
Holy
poison damage as
shit.
rolled.
Okay, I'm gonna do a con saving
That
throw.
is enough to just like one shot almost all of us.
Well,
I got a nat 1.
well, you don't have to roll yet.
Oh, I
It's
don't,
the
just
first
kidding.
Yeah, you have to enter it on a first.
Or
just
if you
like-
start your
Or
turn.
starts its turn there. It
Yeah.
was cast in between the turns because of the
Got it,
legendary
got it.
action.
So
I thought
next-
we were all doing
Yeah.
con saves now, not
No.
Never
later.
mind.
You
that
do it.
changes
No,
things.
it'll be on your turn. This is the very beginning of your turn.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got
Not
lucky.
high enough. Fuck.
I got lucky that I fucked
Does
up
the
my dice.
gross guy make one?
I mean, it's everything that.
The
Unless he
zombie
has a-
is immune to poison.
Yeah, I was saying
Never
he's
mind.
immune to poison.
Well, actually, you're supposed to make the say it. No.
Damn.
That's rough. Huh. I like this real calm music that we have in the background. It's just like, ah, yes, cloud kill.
Yes.
All right. So forgive me here. You did roll a save, Nadine.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. And what did you roll?
I rolled a nat one.
Should have kept
All
your
right, you rolled
mouth
a nat
shut.
one. All right. You are going to take the full 21 points of damage, and that will drop you.
I have more hit points.
You
than
got
that.
temp health.
Oh, you get 10 hit points. Ooh,
But
shit.
I have 32 hit points.
You
Why is your character sheet? Oh, your character sheet's just not updated.
Yeah.
I have 32 hit points.
This is 25
Okay, yeah,
on
please.
roll 20. You gotta
Yeah,
fix
that's
that.
Got it. Got
Oh,
it.
let me fix that.
I got it, I
Fix
got it.
that.
I'm already
Thank
doing
you.
it.
How many points do I lose? 21?
21 poison damage.
You said you have 32?
21 poison damage. I have 32 plus
Alright,
I
there you
just shifted so I get the temp.
How many temp?
Woo!
Hang on, wait. Let me check how much temp I get. 5 temp HP. So
37.
yeah,
I wish.
and then
Rest.
21 damage. Got it. I have 16 health. I'm chilling. I'm vibing.
Also, remember, you guys are
Not-
blessed.
I'm hoping to save this.
Oh yeah, are we actually blessed?
Only Nadine and Nadine, me, and
Oh,
Talak.
okay.
I was expecting this.
I'm
Yeah, let's-
chilling.
I thought that was just
What's
like him
expected?
being weird and like, bless you, child.
Bless you. I
Uh-huh.
didn't sneeze.
Yeah.
Stop looking at him. It's me. I'm the blessed.
Alright, now what?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question now.
I think Nadine's turn was like over when that happened, so it's
My turn is over. I just
zombie
rolled
boy.
stupidly. Yeah,
Uh,
took my damage though.
All right. Yeah, Nadine, it is your turn.
Oh, again? What? Okay.
No, she
well,
just
no.
went.
So you start. Oh, but she started her turn, and then she rolled her save, and then she didn't do anything else.
No,
No,
she
she
did
used her
the
backsword.
dagger. She shifted and did 2
okay.
dagger attacks. Remember she did
That
like
was my last turn.
she did like
That was
15
last
da-
turn.
Did everyone else go?
Yeah, we.
Oh,
Manassas didn't go.
Wasn't give them another turn.
Wait a minute. Okay, so Talak went, Nadine went. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I rolled a saving throw because I thought we were doing the thing where we all roll like right now instead of like at our turns. I fucked it up. It was a me thing.
I think we just had a
Why?
collective stroke.
I think we did have a collective stroke.
I love
so
when that happens. I think it's
hold
really
off-
fun and it brings us
Hold
together
off on
as
the
a
damage
community.
then, Nadine. We'll
Oh.
Hold on.
retroactively
We'll see what
apply
happens.
that damage.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. Chance.
All right. I apologize. There was just so much confusion there. All right. I think the shock and awe of the abbot casting a death spell in the room that you're in. All right. At this point, the zombie is going to come, and the three of you kind of surrounding it. It's not entirely sure where it's going to attack, so we're going to go left to right, and it is going to be maybe like a 33% chance for each. So Talak, Nadine, Manassas going from 30, 60.
Just a quick clarification. Is my initiative still down there as a 3?
No, it's an
I put you in as
18.
an 18.
It's an 18.
Okay, shit.
It's just
Rolled
everybody
high.
rolled high.
Yeah,
All right.
fuck.
Manassas, it is going to attempt to lurch out and bite you.
Yeah. Let's see this real fast.
18 versus AC.
Yeah. Try to turn that hits.
All right, that's going to
Yeah,
kind
that
of
needs.
snap into you. It's scale mail with the paladin sigil. Basically, you can see the etching of the silver tower with the upside down blade and pommel forming almost like a would-be cross, kind of piercing into this this tower structure, almost like the symbol of like a rook on a chessboard, right? And it kind of bypasses you and through the clouds reaches out and bites into your neck. Please make me a con save.
Oh, please pass that.
Use blast. Remember blast. Oh wait, can you use blast on saves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
It's for attack rolls and saving throws.
1d4. And then con save, that's a 16.
Holy shit. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Barely avoid it. You just take the
Close.
8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. That hurt me though. Fuck.
I will be
All
right
right.
back. Sorry guys.
Moss,
I've been short rest, y'all.
You will be afraid of the abbot at this turn and cannot move closer to the source of the fear, so your really only option is to stay put or move back into the room if you're going to try to perform a move action. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn.
So, con save, right?
Charisma save for the
save.
fear effect.
Oh, for the fear effect? Con
yeah,
save for being in Poison Cloud?
Do you need to breathe?
No, doesn't work.
No.
Then you do not need to make the con save.
Okay.
Nice.
And then
Immunity, baby.
I'm going in the room, and I'm gonna move down to where Talok is, and give him guidance.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, gee whiz.
Hell yeah.
And that is gonna be my turn.
All right. In between your turn and the next turn, the abbot is going to use the legendary action to just take a move, and is going to shut the door behind you all and kind of turn and look back towards Kelpie running towards him.
Hey man, what the hell are you doing? What's your problem? This guy's gonna kick my ass.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Alright.
I'm about to do it.
All right. Manassas, at the start of your turn, I need the con save for the gas.
I'm probably gonna go down here, y'all. No lie. Let's see. That is plus bless. What's it con?
Yeah, it's DC 15.
That's actually an 18.
All right.
18.
12 plus 4 from bless plus 2.
All right, half of that, we're gonna roll just to see where it will be half of.
Is it above 5? Is it above 5?
Charisma save.
Yeah, it's 8 damage.
8 points of damage.
Down.
Fuck.
Bless.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
do I need to make that charisma save?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you can make a charisma save. Yes.
He's out of line of sight. Does that affect it?
1. No, I utterly fail. I got a 1.
Oh, I thought fear stuff was
I
line of
think
sight.
think actually with this one, it's you don't need to repeat the save. It actually will end the next time it's the abbot's turn,
Yeah.
which will be at the very top of the turn order. I should actually add that in here.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hi. Man, you
Hi.
got gassed.
Oh,
You guys need
fuck.
to
All
like,
right.
Yeah,
Manassas is down. Kelpie, you can kind of run towards him.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna just use everything and like dash. I'm like moon jumping with my crazy boots. I'm like boing. How far can I get? 60?
Someone fill me in.
Nothing to attack him.
What I missed?
So the abbot, the priest guy, basically fucking turncoated us.
He did? What do you
Shut
mean?
us in. He shut us into the room
she was
with
there
the
for
horse blood. Yeah.
Yeah, she was here for that.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know he
sounds
locked us
right.
in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he
Yeah.
locked her.
I did like I used my bullshit just to get here.
Oof.
Do I have a bonus
But we can't
action?
kill him because he's
Actually?
the only one who can heal Moss.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but also he's gassing us right now, so he's holding concentration on that.
Hey, man. Why?
The zombie didn't cast it? This guy cast it?
This guy cast it. The priest.
Oh.
No, the priest.
That's
don't-
weird.
Can I use?
All right.
So I use my action
as-
to dash, right? So I got over here. Can I talk to him in my turn?
You can make a statement here.
Okay. What the fuck, man? I read your book. You guys seem pretty cool. We got a god thing in common. Let's figure it out. I just kind of like hold my medallion and like pointing at my chest where I have this weird tattoo. I'm like, look, God.
All right. He is going to use one more legendary action in between your turn and his turn. And he's going to look at you and say, sometimes you just need to close your eyes in order to see. And he is going to cast blindness on you.
That makes no sense.
Oh, well, that does drop cloud kill.
It is yeah. Wait, is it a concentration?
Blindness
Yep.
deafness is concentration.
As you see that, you begin to realize there may be something up with this. As Manassas, you hit the ground. You zeroed out on hit points, right?
Yep, full 0.
Wait,
All
is
right.
Cloud Kill gone then?
For right now, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check to make sure it's actually concentration. Then we will.
Yeah, double check because it just says duration 1 minute on my description, but it's possible that Roll20 has an issue with their write-up.
So,
I'm gonna double check.
is this guy an evil creature? He's a fallen ASMR. Does that make him evil?
The priest is, or the zombie is?
The priest.
It's not concentration. It's not concentration.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
think
thought
so.
this was the zombie the whole time. That explains.
Oh, this
I
is
was
the
very
priest. Yeah, the
confused.
priest's a dickhead.
He's probably not helping us. Okay, cool.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Got it.
Chris, blindness, deafness is not concentration. Cloud kill still up.
Got it. Good.
Fuck.
Good.
Oh.
I'm glad that combo works out for me. Kelpie, please roll a con save.
Does my amulet work here?
It's a saving throw, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It says specifically after you roll for a saving throw against an evil creature's spell or ability. Is he evil?
It's
pretty
it
evil.
Does not work. He is not evil.
Evil's very subjective.
Not in
He-
D&D.
He is not an evil creature.
Can I use...
It'd be funnier if he was.
Never mind, I rolled in that 20. Get fucked, you bald bitch!
All right.
Ugh! I see you,
resist
motherfucker!
You see these kind of like these black entrails of this magic try and like consume your vision, as he in his kind of horrid form stands before this doorway there with it shut. His gas kind of leaks out from beneath, and for wrong button. There we go. And as he sits there kind of with his hand on his staff, he kind of peers at the door and listens for just a brief moment. And he is going to...
He sure is going to do.
He sure is going to do. God damn it, he sure is gonna do.
Damn.
Do I have to
Sure is.
attune to my boots of striding and springing?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
That's the question, DM. What is he doing to do?
I think
Indeed.
he's thinking. I have a
right,
plan, and I
back up
don't
there.
think it's a
It's
good
earlier,
one,
but
but...
he's
Whatever you got, man.
he's going to ready a spell, and his hand kind of like crystallizes into cold darkness, and he kind of warns you, Kelpie. He says like, "Stay back."
Why is he killing? What the fuck?
And he looks at you, Kelpie, and after that he says, "They must go through this."
Why?
Talok, start of your
All
turn.
right.
Con save, please.
Well, you see, this is where it gets real fun.
I'll have less if Manassas is down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, we don't bless anymore.
Nope.
You just
That is a 5 plus 3, so that's a not gonna save.
Oh, fuck.
You are, you do have guidance though, Talon.
Guidance doesn't help me against saving throws, only ability checks.
Yeah.
28, I am going to use Absorb Elements and gain resistance to that damage.
Whew!
And only take half, so 14.
That's fucking slick.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Just wait.
Nice.
Alright, so Absorb Elements, there we go.
Will's got
Look,
tricks up his
there's
sleeve.
more.
Alright. As I sort of inhale it, I'm gonna look at Manasseh who just falls. I'm gonna look back to my friends. Get him back up. Don't let him die. And I'm going to sort of do one of those kick flips around Moss. I'll take the opportunity attack. I'll use bonus action, go into my blade song.
One of them there kick flips.
Yep. One of them kick flips over Moss. So I'll take the
I love
opportunity
when you do
attack from the
kick flips.
zombie. Well, look, I got my skateboard. Anyway,
Project
Is
Magic
the-
skateboard.
is the zombie going to opportunity attack me?
Yeah, we'll have him lurch out at you. This is with an unarmed strike.
Good luck. Misses. Alright. As it just completely misses, I'm too quick. Can I use my object interaction to open the door?
You can attempt to, but it is locked.
It is locked. Alright. Can I use that object interaction to try to break it down?
You could attempt to break through the door. Yeah, definitely.
Alright, would that be my action though?
Yeah, I would say you would need to like basically attack the door.
That's a whole ass action. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. I don't want Kelpie to be alone out there. I'll attack the door when the heckin'...
I'm alone out here.
So I'd say you can just make an athletics roll at it, or you can actually make a melee attack with it if you'd like to think. If you think you can do enough damage to it versus break it.
Yeah.
I feel like you're
Could
more likely
I be able to
break
gain some insight on whether fire would be more effective, or should I just go for brute force here?
I feel like you should just kick the door.
It would take a substantial
I'm gonna
amount
kick
of
the door.
damage regardless of how it is.
Got it. I will kick the door
If
now.
you use fire, you're gonna like ignite the toxic fumes and blow
Moss is
everybody
gonna
up.
get lit on fire, just like don't.
I will kick the door now with an athletics check. I do have guidance, so we might as well try that.
All right, go for it.
Okay, that is a natural 20, but wait. So that would be a 25.
All right, the boot, you see where the metal lock kind of twists into the door jamb itself, just cracks and splinters as like a piece of stone is loosed. The door kind of it doesn't like burst open, but it just becomes like rattled loose to where like it is definitely able to be swung open at this point.
Okay, I will just walk right through it, right up behind this guy. And that was my action, so I don't have that. And I'll just look at him directly in the eyes while he's not facing away from me. I'll grab him by the back of him and sort of turn around forcibly. And I'll just look at him directly in the eyes. Anything for family, right? And I'm just gonna hold up my sword. Drop it now.
The ice in his hand still manifesting kind of this ambient sort of black and cold power. As you turn, as he is holding an action.
Oh, what was the reaction? Was it Kelpie? Did he know I was gonna come through that door?
I didn't know he was going to come through the door. I'll allow that. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll continue to hold it.
Also, do I need to roll initiative now?
I've got you in the initiative. Why does he?
I don't see me in there.
Jesus Christo. All right.
Yeah,
This
that
shit being
guy.
weird. Ah, yes, Jesus Christ.
I don't see myself
That'll
in
be my
that.
next D&D
You want me to-
character.
If you wanted me to roll,
Alright.
I rolled a 19. Unless you
That'd be
just
really
want
fun.
me like at the end.
I mean, I had you at a 13. That's what it was on my screen for some reason. I thought you would roll that.
No, I hadn't rolled at all. I just rolled because I wasn't involved. I rolled a 19.
Professional roll 20 players right here, fellas.
Roll 20 is just being weird for you. It's fine.
Yeah.
What did Baldy roll? Because he's at a 0.
I had him act as a surprise round because
Okay,
he was
cool.
kind of plotting against you.
That makes sense.
So
What a bastard.
he can
Yeah.
he can act first.
But I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real.
back.
I'm gonna be real threatening right in his face.
Got it. Is
Manassas,
that the end
you're
of
still
your
down,
action
right?
economy?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Okay, I'll get you up.
Do you have heals?
Well, there's a
Does
zombie.
Nadine
Yeah,
have
Rangers
heals?
are heals, man.
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
no.
Yeah, but I don't know
Can't you
if
just stabilize
Nadine
somebody?
has
You can
heals.
also
No.
do that.
Nadine
I
doesn't
don't.
have
I can
heals.
just do medicine. I can try to stabilize, like do a medicine.
I feel like
check.
at that point you might as well
Oh.
just kill the zombie, because
Yeah.
like most
Yeah,
of
yeah,
most
yeah.
of us have
Kill the
heals.
zombie. Yeah. No, I don't have any heals.
I know. I'm saying the
As
rest
long
of
as
us
I'm-
Because usually I
have
do.
heals.
If I'm if someone just like gets me up, then I can lay on hands myself for like 20.
I don't know if
But
she's not
full
capable of
action.
getting
Yeah.
capable of getting you up. Is the unfortunate part.
It is Nadine's turn though, so Cloud kill.
Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that thing.
You snitch. So how much health does she have right now?
I have 32 health with 10 hit points.
No, you took damage, didn't you?
No, we undid
Right.
that because that was apparently what we're not doing.
Oh.
Am I
Well,
rolling
it-
again, or am I
it-
using what happened last time?
Is this
Oh, just
is this
roll,
your
just
first
roll.
turn since it happened?
Yes.
The first time it's happened now.
Wow, that took for fucking ever.
Then-
Oh yeah, because that happened on her turn last time.
Yeah.
So just
now
roll.
I roll a con save?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Got it. Okay.
Not
Can't be
one.
worse than last time. That's
Yeah.
a 14.
Oh, you were so close.
How
You
close?
were so close.
Wait, can I? No, she's too far away.
Damn.
All right, but I roll really low there. 14 poison damage to you.
Oh, yummies.
Okay.
Make
So
sure
take away the temp. So that's 9 damage to me. Hang on, wait. 14 poison damage?
yeah.
There we go. Thank you. I have 23 hit points.
Update it on the thing.
I'm doing it, yeah.
Since you don't want to link it
32.
like a fucking weirdo.
I don't know how.
I'll show you next time.
There we go. Cool.
Now it's
Oh,
your
right,
turn.
I have the rest of my turn.
Murder the zombie. Murder the
I'm gonna kill the zombie. I'm gonna attack the zombie, but I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a, we'll do a dagger attack, just again.
But first, let me kill the zombie.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That was stupid.
18 definitely hits.
Then we're gonna do 6 damage.
This thing's got to be hurting. It took 13, then 15.
Okay. And then it needs to make a con save, which is going to be a DC 11.
Why is it making a con save?
Zombie.
All right.
Zombie.
It is at it's at 1 hit point. Basically.
Well, I have another attack, so.
Yeah,
Oh.
but basically, if it drops it has to keep making con saves.
I'm gonna do a long tooth shifting strike.
I did.
That's gonna be 21 to hit.
Oh!
That
Cool.
definitely
And
hits.
then that's 9 damage.
Oof, all right, that ups the DC to 14.
Come on.
Hey.
Die. Is it
I
dead?
died.
Did it kill it?
The
died.
zombie collapses in the gas and kind of disappears on the rolling fumes here on the floor.
Okay.
As you peer about in the room, you all see kind of Manassas just choking, kind of boils of kind of fluid coming up out of his throat. As you see the gas subside as the cloud kill is canceled as
Fuck.
part of the legendary action in between this turn and the next turn. Abbot Cohen kind of closes his grip, the vapors disappear, his magic subsides, and Manassas, you sit there and you choke back to life. You were at 0, you got dropped to 0, right?
Got 0, yeah.
Death Ward comes into effect.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
What's
what he? Yeah, I get it. Okay, that's
The-
fucking clever.
The
Wait, what?
staff at Abbot Cohen glows. The runes ignite as the abjuring magic that had been placed upon Manassas as he entered the room takes effect when he hits the ground.
What?
That's
So-
so good.
What?
The abbot smiles at you, Talok, and says, "I had to see what you were willing to do."
Nadine turns around. What the fuck?
And I'm gonna look him dead in the eye. You heal my friend, and maybe I'll consider not killing you.
Are we
And I
like?
will throw him into the room.
Are we like done? Like, can I like walk
You
freely now?
s- Yeah, you can walk freely now. He steps forward. Moss, Moss, you
I
step
threw him
forward.
in the room. I'm not messing.
Oh, you threw him?
I threw him
He
the
comes
room.
in. He kind of approaches you, staff in hand, Moss, as he comes in and looks you face. He kind of wipes some of the moisture from the residual gas free from your kind of sparkling crystalline eye, and says, "There. You are right to trust these folks." As he utters a verbal incantation and waves the stash about in the air and casts Remove Curse upon you.
Can I ask, what is Manassas doing right now? Like, he just choked back to life. Am I up? Do I have more
Yeah,
than 0 HP?
You're at 1 hit point.
I'm at 1 hit point.
Because he used Death Word on.
I-
If I'm
Cool.
understanding that right, he used that on all of us, right?
He used it liberally. Technically, rules is written the second he would have dropped to 0, it would have come back at 1.
So yeah,
was
because he said he blessed us all. Remember when he was like,
yeah,
cut?
we
That's
could
what that
flares
was.
for the dramatics.
Can I lean into?
Time, you're like tattoos glow. I'm like,
I'm
why
gonna.
don't you have this?
I'm gonna lean close to the bald guy and be like, "Can I try to use mending on your head? That just has been bothering me the whole time I've seen you.
What? Huh? What?
Will that work?"
Moss is gonna turn and cast Healing Word on both Nadine and Manassas
Nadine is going to run up and hug Moss.
with just a thank you.
Oh, you better, bud.
Nadine hugs Moss. Her arms are kind of wrapped around his like size, and she's just kind of like buries her like short ass head into his chest, and is just like,
That's
I'm really glad you're
5
okay.
hit points for Nadine and 4 for Manassas. I rolled really well for yours.
Oh, can somebody
Okay.
fix Manassas' health? I don't know how to do that. He has
I'm
five.
going
He has
to-
5 health right now.
What's the maximum?
My maximum, let me double check right now. 35.
Alright.
So
Yeah,
he's at 5 out of 35.
Right, healing word myself. I'm also going to lay on hands myself because I'm not taking infect chases right now. 23 add 20 to myself. Just drain my pool.
Whoa.
Yeah. Paladins, the shit. And I'm flavoring that just like
Oh.
I'm on the floor. I've been close to death, but this is I felt so vulnerable.
This? Why
So
are
I'm
you
like
showing me
crawling
this
Holy
myself.
stuff?
shit.
What are
Wanted you
some
to
of these
see what it
stats?
looked like.
My question is, what are some of these spells?
It's so cool.
Heart stop?
It's partially what is it? It's content from Cobalt Press.
Oh, nice.
Can I have that?
Can I have
Sadly,
this?
I don't.
You are mean to me.
know
Give me your
if you can-
staff.
I don't think you can attune that. Sadly.
Alright, so, that was fucking nuts.
Why did you... What?
Why?
He had to test you. I don't know, that makes sense to me.
No, it doesn't. What the hell?
No.
He's testing listen. If he's giving us a service, we gotta prove we're worthy of it, right? That's what that was?
Already prepared to
By his
kill-
measures of who's worthy, I'm sorry.
I
you
mean,
can't
hey,
kill
who
someone
else
and
can...
toxic-
He
does that mean
not
you don't deserve
only...
to live?
Not only did he relieve a curse, he kind of brought Massachusetts back from death, so...
I was
Life for life.
already willing to kill a friend over this. Like I'll like crawl over to the zombie and like roll him over. Do I recognize this soldier?
You head over to the kind of emaciated form of this, what looks to be a human or perhaps a half-elf. It's hard to tell because of the way that the flesh is receded. The body maybe has been dead 2 weeks or so. And he kind of looks over at you investigating this paladin of the Silver Keep. And you would potentially recognize this as a person that you didn't necessarily serve with, but a man that you knew traveled. So the hang on a second.
Silver Key Paladin?
Yeah.
Do I know him? If he's a traveling Silver Key Paladin.
It's true. You would have ties.
Maybe
some
he
sort
was
of-
at one of my concerts before. Maybe I know
They
him.
don't like me very much, but that's okay.
So this is he'd be known as Sir Chesswright. His first name was Harrison. Is he was perhaps a middling level traveling hunter of sorts for the Silver Keep. As had been explained by Abbot Cohen in the beginning of your conversations, Chesswright had been in this temple for some time now and had been traveling out into the wilderness of the Anguished Vale in order to pursue something, and had come in back and had been bitten by one of these creatures, and this wasting sickness that he had then possessed himself in his dead form. He just couldn't bring himself to basically put him out of his misery. The weight of the terrible nature of being alone here at this temple has kind of kept him from wanting to be completely alone, and basically putting him out of his misery and doing the burial rites, blessing the dead so that he could not become cursed with undeath, was something that he couldn't bear to do himself. He's dug the grave. It's ready to go. But he just couldn't do it. He kind of chokes back a little bit of tears or something, and he looks at you all and says, "I do pray that you would forgive me, but trust me when I say that there are things out there that they will bear the full weight of your conscience and your willingness to face death. I had to be sure before you stepped foot into those woods."
But if you don't like bodies and then you killed us, then you would have so many more bodies to deal with.
Don't you think that I was under control the whole time?
He wasn't gonna
Would
actually...
not have perished.
He wasn't going to kill
Yeah,
us.
he had
but-
magic. Hey, I got a question since we're here.
I have a thing
Got
I would
it.
like to say.
Missed
Talok
that
would
one.
know a little bit about these spells he's using, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would know that that's like a one-time thing. So if that went off and Cloud Kill persisted, we would still die.
Potentially.
But yeah, but he can cancel.
Yeah,
the
he would have
kill.
just stopped the cloud. The point was that all of us were willing to die for one of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
turns back to you, Kelpie, and says most of you.
Okay, no, listen. I was reading the book because I didn't trust you from the get-go because it kind of smelled funny.
And he's kind of casually tries to step past you into the hallway.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
He just sort of quips. It's just like, I seem to believe, although we first met, that your problem may be that you just don't trust people.
Well, hey now.
Says you.
I trust myself sometimes.
Do me a favor and bring Sir Chessright's body. Place him on the sarcophagus.
Oh yeah, I got it.
I will
You guys
perform
can
the
pick him
rites.
up. I don't want to touch him.
Oh, we got him.
We just
I'm too hungry.
We just tag
Versus
team
you.
lift.
I'll help Manassas get up.
Nadine's gonna kind of stroll over, but it's just kind of staying by Moss. She's still very like childishly kind of nervous that he's just going to like not be okay.
I'm just kind of like chit chatting with Talak and Manassas. Like that was crazy, huh?
Manassas, are you alright?
A little shaken, but I'll be alright.
Welcome to the adventuring party. You're
That's the
in.
first-
I don't think
Officially.
he can hear. You're in a whole nother room.
Shouting around the corner. There's like a doorway.
Why are you yelling?
Because I thought of something funny to say. So
I like
yelled
walk
it.
out. I walk out with this dead body on my back, like I'm giving it a piggyback ride.
Ugh.
What? What did you say?
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
So like, what? I walk up to Baldy. Like, what's your what's like your official title then? I'm like trying to figure out this whole God thing. Like, I got a medallion and I got a weird tattoo now. Like, what's your relationship with God?
Oh no.
As I'm carrying this body of his friend.
He kind of takes
With
you
the body
up,
for
and you eventually take the body over to this sort of area here, where you lay it out on top of a kind of a flat altar, almost like a sarcophagus with just a flat top that displays the body as he casts Bless the Dead and Gentle Repose upon it in order to prevent it from decaying anymore. And kind of begins to take rags and small buckets near and prepare and clean the armor to the best of his ability. As he talks to you about the temple itself, he is a worshiper of Kelemvor, who is the Lord of the Dead, the Judge of the Damned, basically the master of a crystal spire in the Fuge Plane, the place where all souls are pulled and called to go upon death, where they will be judged before heading into their afterlife. He says, this temple, though, venerates other gods and kind of points to the altar. As you see up near in the north side, there's 5 various little enclaves where statues are presented. Among these, you would see there is a statue of Kelemvor holding the scales. There is a goddess statue of Selune, the moon goddess, holding a symbol very similar to the crystal along your neck. You would see Tyr, Torm, and also Ilmater, basically sort of like the 5 pentacle of, I would say, largely good gods that are recognized by the Imperials.
Which one was the one that the priest like gave me a tattoo or whatever?
That's
that was
Selena.
that was Ilmater. That was
the
yeah,
tattoo.
yeah.
Yeah, the weeping god, the god of sacrifice and suffering. And in time, he kind of explains these things to you. As he begins to inquire more about what it is that you're seeking here, short of helping Moss cure the curse that was bestowed upon him by these fiendish bat creatures, this is a good place to take a 10-minute break, and we can kind of join back in here in just a few.
Sounds good. Hey, real quick, Chris, you still here?
Yeah, let's get a second. What's up?
No problem. If this conversation turns to religion, we're cool with Manassas like being a Grumsh follower, yeah?
Yeah, it's a complicated religion here. So we're not in Eastern Toril, so it's, presumably there's a different perspective here for this particular canon of the world.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
to where Grimsh is more viewed as like, this powerful cyclopean type, entity that was, blessed and promised, to protect and to, rule the world, which, I think historically, like, maybe has been painted as like, orcs are warlike and they're trying to conquer the planet and all they know is bloodlust. And yeah, maybe there's some history to that, but like typically when you look at culture, everybody's to blame in some capacity.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll go, like, if we'll have that conversation right now, but I am just, like, curious in case, I do want to, like, step up to Kelpie, like, you want to talk about religion, huh?
Let me tell you about Grumsh.
Kelpie's just on a path of, like, getting a cool trinket from every religion he possibly can.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like, he's already got 2. He's working on a 3rd one right now.
I have food.
Anyways, did you guys
Check my
know
honor.
that Arcana Check has other stuff besides a Twitch?
Oh,
That's
what?
insane.
Really?
Tell me more.
Don't we have a
My
command?
God.
Even I didn't know
Look
that.
at
I
that.
work here.
Have we updated this freaking link tree yet?
I thought you did it.
No. No.
I thought you did it. You asked for the login because I saw you did it, so I wasn't supposed to do it.
Yeah, and then I couldn't figure it out.
Damn it, Alan.
Anyways,
we need to leave our
we
link
have-
just not working.
Linktree has some stuff. We have a Discord, a YouTube, a Patreon. We have all that good stuff, all at Arcana Check or Arcana Check Live. If you're interested in any of that, we upload these VODs up on YouTube. Obviously, we stream here on Twitch. And the Discord, you can see when we go live. We have little conversations. Every once in a while, we do like a game night. The
Yeah, on there,
Patreon,
it's fun. It's a good time.
Patreon has a whole bunch of cool content. You get episodes a day early.